Hello, buddies. Kidneys are the topic of the day. It shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody of us that their proper operation is essential to our health. The blood is filtered through the kidneys. The kidneys filter out toxins from the full volume of blood that flows through them for 5 minutes. The kidneys filter and eliminate any hazardous compounds from the blood after the liver breaks them down. They'd also keep the body's water balance in check, regulate blood pressure by secreting the hormone renin, and facilitate the production of vitamin D, which is crucial for human health. The kidneys have been referred to as a patient and mute organ. The initial symptoms only become apparent after kidney function has considerably decreased, and sometimes a person may not even be aware that anything is wrong with them. Furthermore, it makes sense to take better care of the kidneys so as not to put them under undue strain or stress. But there are many activities we do every day that are not only useless, but also potentially harmful to our kidneys. Which of these are some of them? Let's dissect it. It's crucial to know, so watch the video through the finish. Don't forget to subscribe as well. To ensure that you don't miss any new videos, don't forget to click the bell. Let's get going. Insufficient water. Dehydration is particularly bad for our kidneys. They can produce initially sand and later stones when there is a systematic shortage of fluid in them. This ultimately results in a violation of urine excretion and its infection. However, it's crucial to understand that drinking too much water also strains the kidneys. Toxic chemicals. First of all, everyone who drinks smokes already knows this. When people talk about the negative effects of alcohol, they frequently link the liver to these effects. But the damage to the kidneys is no less severe. They dislike drinking too much alcohol, even light alcohol like beer and cocktails. After all, the body needs to both digest and expel alcohol, and only the kidneys are responsible for this. Alcohol dehydrates the body as well. Filtration of the blood becomes significantly more difficult when it thickens. The kidneys are under a tremendous amount of stress. You can potentially get a disease called life-threatening renal failure if you use it frequently. By the way, this also holds true for a wide variety of other dangerous compounds, including cigarette smoke, which releases a large number of harmful substances into our system. All of this then goes into the kidneys and has a negative impact on them. Heat and cold. Cold is highly unpleasant to kidneys. Any doctor will attest to this. Constant hypothermia has a negative impact on the organ's ability to function. The relationship between renal illness and chilly feet brought on by uncomfortable footwear is pretty tight. Therefore, it is important to consider your closet carefully if you have a propensity toward renal illness. But it is still best to be safe even if there is no such tendency. And does it really need to be said that sitting in the cold is harmful? It turns out that the kidneys do not benefit greatly from heat or cold. After all, intense perspiration and high air temperatures disturb the equilibrium between water and salt, and this is a surefire path to the kidney stone condition. Therefore, it is crucial to consume adequate water and keep an eye on the electrolyte balance while it's hot outside. By the way, we went into great length on this subject in a different video. Look in the description for the link. Excessive protein intake. Your kidneys might not enjoy too much protein in your diet, which puts more strain on them than your personal trainer would. And if the kidneys are unable to adequately handle that burden, stones develop. To be clear, protein is necessary for life, and healthy kidneys may function normally with moderate protein intake. This equates to around 1.5 grams per kilogram of weight for an adult with a moderately active lifestyle. Diets. Every kidney is housed in its own distinct fat capsule, warm, soft, and secure. Additionally, this fat layer retains the kidneys in their proper place and shields them from shocks in the cold. And for just this reason, dramatic weight reduction is not at all healthy for the kidneys. The kidneys are effectively bared by diets that actively burn body fat, leaving them exposed. Too much weight loss too rapidly might possibly result in renal prolapse. Furthermore, a lot of popular diets place an emphasis on protein at the expense of other nutrients. The kidneys suffer a double blow as a result. They must filter blood that has an unbalanced composition, eliminate the breakdown products of excess protein, and function under incredibly harsh circumstances all at the same time. Salt. An imbalance of sodium and potassium is produced by moderate salt consumption, which finally causes a lot of problems. It causes the body to retain fluid, raises blood pressure, and progressively contributes to kidney failure. It's crucial to remember that full denial of salt can result in renal failure. Salt must be used in moderation, but let's face it, in our world, it is practically impossible to totally avoid it. Several goods, including sweets, contain salt. Thus, limit your usage of table salt. Use of sea Himalayan pink or black salt, which has a more varied elemental makeup than regular table salt, might be a viable answer. Caffeine. The same dehydration is a side effect of caffeine-containing beverages on the kidney. Because caffeine inhibits the sensation of thirst, we frequently do not realize that drinking water would not be harmful. Due to the loss of minerals and electrolytes through urine, the metabolic processes of these substances are also severely disrupted. Violates calcium, sodium, and potassium absorption. Kidney stones develop as a result of all this put together. This holds true for all caffeinated beverages, not just coffee. Take tea as an example. Additionally, there is more caffeine in green, so if you drink any fizzy beverages that have additional caffeine, do not anticipate any advantages. Simply said, it is unhealthy to tolerate not using the restroom for an extended period of time. Go if you want to. Microbes can settle and establish themselves in the renal tubules thanks to an overfilled bladder. Inflammation results from this. Ailments that don't appear to have anything to do with our couple, not simply renal disease. Untreated illnesses, such as minor chorasis, continuously release poisons, toxins, and microorganisms into the blood, making it more difficult for the kidneys to filter them out. Additionally, pathogenic organisms can establish themselves in the kidneys, resulting in their inflammation, exhaustion, and overuse. The body's resistance and immunity are dramatically weakened by excessive physical and psychological stress. Any infection consequently enters the body in this manner, for instance through the respiratory system, fails to encounter the appropriate resistance, and silently transports blood to the kidneys. As a result, there is a risk to our health and the stress on the kidneys grows. Medication, specifically the uncontrolled consumption of certain of them, such as analgesics or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medications. They are eliminated via the kidneys, therefore it is important to exercise caution and most definitely avoid using such self-medication for an extended period of time. Sugar. The body's water-salt balance is once again upset by eating too much sugary food, which is the primary cause of urolithiasis. Put a like and share with friends if you enjoyed the video. Of course, you should also subscribe and press the bell. Stay tuned for more videos.